We've lived here for years, and it was our intent to take some of that value out now and protect ourselves and use that money for investment or whatever we want to use it for.
I like my house. There are some things that I don't like about it, and I would like to change them, and right now I don't have the funds to do that.
It was just a few little nagging bills that I wanted to get rid of.
I wanted to take some of the equity out of my property to invest it in other properties.
I am living on my investments, and they're fine, but might have had a little bit of vulnerability, and I wanted to bolster that.
Perhaps one of the most significant problems that our clients face is a concern of outliving their net worth.
High net worth people often have illiquid estates. A lot of their estate is comprised of real estate, and they don't want to sell the real estate because then they'd recognize capital gain and things of that nature. The largest asset that most people have is their home, and they tend to pay down the mortgage and have a lot of equity, and they're not very interested in tapping that equity with loans that they have to service and pay debt on. So Equity Key is a product that allows you to access that equity without putting a mortgage on the property.
Equity Key gives you a sizable sum of money because they are investing in your future equity, not the equity you already have in your home, but the future equity from this moment on.
We still own 100% of the equity, 100%. You go into a reverse mortgage, and what happens? The reverse mortgage starts to take equity out of your house.
One of the reasons this Equity Key product was developed is as an alternative to a reverse mortgage.
And you lose it, and you lose it, and you lose it, and you lose it.
With a reverse mortgage, you have to be an occupant of that home. If you move out of that home for more than 365 days, the mortgage is due.
With Equity Key, move out of the house, rent it out if you wish, let your kids live in it if you wish. It's still your house. You still own 100% of it.
My first reaction was, this is too good to be true.
When I looked at it and found that they were backed by one of the biggest banks in Europe, it made me feel pretty comfortable about the whole thing. And then I had a chance to actually go down and meet some of the people at Equity Key. And my gosh, they're a nice bunch of people.
One of the interesting applications of Equity Key is the ability to monetize some of the equity they have. Could be in their home, but it could also be on a commercial property, and make a charitable gift. They can get the personal satisfaction, recognition, and the charity benefits today as opposed to waiting until they pass away.
It was quite a good feeling. I really enjoyed that. We sold our boat and bought another one, and I invested in the stock market, and we paid off a few bills we had, and we're sitting pretty at this point. We're in very good financial shape, and we haven't lost a thing. Our house is still worth what it was, and if the house starts going down, so what? We've got the money. We're using it.
It felt great. It was very great to see that there was a zero balance on some of our charge cards.
Yeah, it gives you peace of mind knowing that you'll be able to have some reserve for future years. So it was a real good experience.
Oh, it was very nice. I immediately made a payment to my mortgage, so I reduced my mortgage. And now I'm planning my trip to Portugal, and I'm painting, and I've already contracted to have a renovation of my master bathroom, and that gives me a lot of peace of mind.
Oh, tremendously freeing. It just made me feel I could relax and think about the things that I wanted to do for the rest of my life and not be concerned with, can I afford them, or I have to pinch my pennies.
We went out to dinner and had a wonderful time. What can I say?
I said this was my retirement present to myself. It's a Class A motorhome, and I get out and travel in it. It's just like a home away from home.
My children's attitude is, hey, enjoy whatever you want to enjoy. We don't care what happens at the end, but I feel a responsibility that, obviously I'd like to have something for my children. So this sort of took care of that.
It makes me feel like she has the freedom to do what she wants and to just live as fully as she can and has been. And that's just a great sense of, relief and freedom to me.
Oh, they thought it was wonderful. I think they're very relieved. My savings are being bolstered to the point where it would be almost inconceivable that I'd run out of money before I died. And they would like me to be able to do some of the things that, because of the constriction of money and raising children and so forth, I haven't been able to do. Now I can do it.
I have a choice. I either travel and paint and have fun, or I fix my house. And this way I could do both.
I feel as if I'm getting the better part of the partnership. But yes, I do feel that if they're happy with it, that's fine with me.